Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday. Happy period day to me. Sounds awful, but it's not. The bad days for me are the 3 days before, and for everyone who's near me. So, got my period. I feel great. Buddy, hold on. You're tangled. Yep. I don't know who else is like that, but for me, it's just those 3 days before. It just hits me out of nowhere. It hit me on my birthday this year. And all of a sudden, I just felt rage. And so then, every single month, I forget that it's going to happen. I have it all on my calendar because, homeschooling moms, you're with your kids all the time, the majority of the time. And if you're not tracking that, if you don't, know that it's coming, all of a sudden you're snapping at your kids and you're like, what is wrong with me? So I always forget, and I try to be like, what did I eat to make me feel this so aggressive? And oh my gosh, there has to be another way. And then it's just oh yeah, by the day before my period or the night before, I'm just oh yeah, my body's doing a thing and my hormonal levels are wonky. And so I'm going to feel weird. And I just have to trust that my body is way smarter than I am, holds way more wisdom than I ever will. And I have to trust that. And once I physically release that tension of what's going on, what's wrong, that adrenaline, that fight or flight, that cortisol that's building inside of me, I just release it. I literally feel my face muscles relaxing. I'm just oh yeah. And then it's almost the PMS isn't as bad. And I have to write that down on a sticky note and put it on my morning mirror because I remember all of this deep, helpful philosophy moments before my period comes, and then it's over. And so something that happens to me a lot during my PMS time is I'll feel it coming, and then it's almost I have to look into this. I bet there's some metaphysical stuff going on here, but feeling subconscious things or little traumas, something embarrassing in grade school or something like that just pop up. Or an ex-boyfriend memory of oh God, something just tiny, or a friend who was mean to me in 8th grade or something so chill just comes up. I bet there's so much into this. Oh man. But yeah, I don't know. So I kind of journal through that, do shadow work through that each month. And I feel I'm digging through things. And my PMS time always helps me with that. And by the way, shadow work is simply, from anything I've ever heard about it or read about it, shadow work is simply, identifying something that's going on. So I remember in 5th grade that so-and-so told me my shoes were ugly and the whole class laughed at me. Okay, write that down. What came up? Why is that coming up for me? Literally whatever comes into your brain, write it down. Why is this still bothering me? Write it down. Whatever comes up, it's all good information. And I'm no expert on this, but I have indulged in hours of research and content by experts who teach and coach this kind of stuff. And that's all good information, and you'll just keep writing until you resolve it. And 5th grade me, that really sucks. I'm holding space for you. I love you. I'm giving you a hug as an adult. They were probably just laughing because it was funny. And I took it as, oh my God, they're laughing at me. Even if that was true, that's fine. I've laughed at people in 5th grade, yada, yada, yada. You just keep going with the shadow work until you feel a physical, emotional, mental release, and it's just beautiful. So that's what I do a lot during my PMS time. And it's almost once I get my period, it's just a literal release of everything. Spiritual, physical, mental, emotional. It's so beautiful. And then I just overcame some subconscious stuff. So I don't know. But this is, a decade of work and self-learning. And this is, I think, part of my minimalist journey of just decluttering the things that aren't serving me, which I talk about every single day. I feel topic of choice, if you will. And yep, so now I think I'm just digging through some of the declutter I have in my subconscious belief system, and it's cool. So every day I'm working towards being the best version of myself, which, by the way, I'm doing because I had kids. I feel like that's what sparked that. But I'm gonna go take this walk, just be with my thoughts and these beautiful fall colors. Call my best friend at the top. And that's the plan. Yesterday we had beautiful hangouts. Like, honestly, I just saw beautiful people throughout the day. I started with a very antisocial morning. There were things I needed to move through, back to the subconscious stuff and shadow work. So I just put on classical music full blast in my AirPods, and I was just like living in a fantasy while hiking this. It was amazing. Bless you. Had an early morning art class, so I got to just vibe with the moms there, the people there, my friend who teaches it, and morning poop. And then we brought some friends over, and then their mom, the art teacher, came over to hang out for a little bit. One of my best friends came over and surprised me with a little late birthday gift, some flowers, a beautiful card, and some homemade, made with love sourdough, which she knows I love. And it was beautiful. And it was so thoughtful. And then finally we had dinner with Nick's mom, Baba, we call her. She brought over wine and pizza. And like you guys saw last night, just cozied up on the couch with good conversation and snuggles and stories for the kids. And yeah, so it was a beautiful day, chill day. I thought I was in a total not social mood. Ended up seeing a lot of people and vibing. Yep, and I don't really know what our plan is today. I have to check the list. I don't care. Whatever goes, goes. Okay, back to my walk. Oh my gosh, we made it to the top. Listen, if you're doing drugs or drinking too much or doing any form of escapism, there is no high like a beautiful fall hike to the top of a beautiful, crisp fall hill. Oh, and it's like I'm just like inhaling and I just feel like high and happy. And so if you've been waiting to take that walk, this is your sign.
Ooh, what's this?